I'm Helen Lineberger, and welcome to The Cutting Edge. The holiday season is in full swing at MEHS. Let's take a look back on a special extended family Thanksgiving.
On the 23rd of November, Mount Edgecombe hosted its own Thanksgiving dinner for students and family.
Students were able to bond with their extended families and friends over an amazing dinner. The newly renovated Centennial Hall was a perfect venue to celebrate the special MEHS holiday tradition.
At the end of the dinner, entertainment was included. Our native dancers and Mr. Courtwright's class performed.
A huge and special thanks to Mrs. Clayton. Thank you, kitchen staff, for a great meal.
Let's follow Mr. Fitz's AK history classes for a field trip journey back in time.
In mid-November, Mr. Fitz took his AK history classes to visit New Archangel in Russian America. New Archangel was the Russian name for Sitka. The students also visited the Russian blockhouse and grave site. The students took notes while enjoying the beautiful sunset.
My name's Haley Sweet, and the most interesting thing I learned is that the U.S. Army took over for 10 uneasy years.
Gabrielle Kamoli from Huna. This place was called New Clean, and it was used by the Tlinkits as a lookout.
Hi, my name is Sierra, and I'm from Dillingham. And one thing I found interesting was that Castle Hill was actually an island at one point.
And Castle Hill is where Russian America started and ended.
Now let's take a look at an issue that is a national controversy. Allie has the story.
Hello, I'm Alessandra Lake. The Dakota Access Pipeline Company is developing a 1,168-mile-long pipeline to provide crude oil transportation service from the Bakken Three Forks Play in North Dakota to Patoka, Illinois. They will be transporting 570,000 barrels of oil from Dakota to Illinois daily. The pipeline company claims that the pipeline will enable domestically produced light sweet crude oil from North Dakota to reach major refining markets in a more direct, cost-effective, safer, and environmentally responsible manner. The pipeline will also reduce the current use of rail and truck transportation to move Bakken crude oil to major U.S. markets to support domestic demand, and that it will generate an estimated $55 million annually in property taxes. These taxes can be used to support schools, hospitals, emergency services, and other critical ongoing needs. On the opposing side, thousands of protesters, including Native Americans from more than 100 tribes across the country, have traveled to North Dakota to help the Standing Rock Sioux tribe block the Dakota Access Pipeline from being built. The Morton County Sheriff's Office responded with armored trucks, rubber bullets, tear gas, mace, and in sub-zero weather, water cannons. The Oseti-Sakowin medical team, working with Standing Rock Sioux tribal medics, said that nearly 200 people got treatment for tear gas, hypothermia, and blunt trauma. It was the latest in a series of violent clashes over the fall. In September, the Standing Rock Nation filed an emergency petition to overturn the Army Corps of Engineers permit for the pipeline, which will be located a half-mile from the reservation through land taken from the tribe in 1958. The tribe says that they were not consulted, and a survey of the area found several sites of significant cultural and historic value in the pipeline path, including burial grounds. Construction for the pipeline will destroy our burial sites, prayer sites, and cultural significant artifacts, the Standing Rock Sioux tribe said. Opponents also cite environmental concerns, including possible contamination due to breaches and eventual greenhouse gas emissions. The Dakota Access Pipeline would fuel climate change, cause untold damage to the environment, and significantly disturb sacred lands and the way of life for Native Americans in the upper Midwest. A petition on creditaction.com states. Opponents also say they're worried what would happen if the pipeline, which would go under the Missouri River, ruptured and contaminated the water supply. Rock Sioux Chairman David Archambault said he doesn't support moving more crude oil from North Dakota. He told CNN affiliate KFYR that Americans should look for alternative and renewable sources of energy. More than 274,000 online petitioners agreed. Energy Transfer Partners said it has tried to steer the pipeline away from residential areas and has tried to reach voluntary deals with property owners at a fair price. But Archambault, the tribal chairman, said he thinks the Native Americans are getting shortchanged once again. Here's a quote from the chairman. "What we're opposed to is paying for all the benefits that this country receives," he said. "Whenever there's a benefit, whether it's energy dependence, whether it's economic development, tribes pay a cost. And what we see now are tribes from all over sharing the same concern that we have, saying, it's enough now. Stop doing this to Indigenous people. Stop doing this to our Indigenous lands."
Back here at MEHS, the wrestlers tuned up just before the regional tournament. Let's take a peek.
Tuesday, November 29th was MEHS Senior Night Wrestling.
Over 20 MEHS grapplers took to the mat.
MEHS and SHS had a mix and match wrestling. The Braves put their strength, quickness, and sportsmanship on display.
Senior wrestlers each received a special gift from their staff led by head coach Mike Kimber. There is wrestling regions at MEHS Friday and Saturday.
Stay caught up in classes as finals are approaching. Thanks for watching, and remember, the Wrestling Regional Tournament is happening here on campus this weekend. To catch the story first, stay tuned to The Cutting Edge.